Hi guys, I want to talk to you about your next and final assignment in Advanced Art for this quarter. I'll be honest, I neglected Advanced Art for a little bit because I didn't know exactly what to have you guys do when it was so different from, the momentum we were making in class. I was really kind of sad about that, but I got this email about this opportunity and I thought it would be perfect for us because you can possibly use the photos that you took for the photography scavenger hunt for this assignment as well, but you don't have to, okay? So this is an exhibition put on by Springville Museum of Art for all students grades K through 12, and it's called Up Close and Far Away, and it's asking students to make artwork in response to COVID and the situation you're in right now because of COVID. It's kind of a weird situation. Most of us aren't really impacted by the virus itself, but all the precautions taken because of the virus. So it's called Up Close and Far Away. I've sent you the link. So your assignment on Google Classroom looks like this. It's your project proposal. It gives you the link right here. And when you click on that link, you'll go to Call for Entries. And it asks you to, 1, make a work of art with any materials you have at home considering one of the prompts below. Next, number 2, take a photo of your artwork. And that will be an assignment for you. I'm going to give you a demonstration on photographing your artwork and editing your artwork. It's a little different than just a photograph, some of the other photography stuff we've talked about. And it's a really good skill. It's something I already teach in Advanced Art anyway, is how to photograph your artwork. Because now that we live in a digital age, you have to know how to reproduce your artwork in a digital format and make it look good. And then next is submit to the show. And yes, that's going to be an assignment for you as well. I am forcing participation. Now the prompts are here. There's 4 prompts, and it also gives another one down below adjusted for younger grades. I don't care what paragraph you choose here, okay? Even if it's adjusted for younger grades, that's fine. And so read through these prompts, choose one that you like and highlight it, copy it, and then paste it into this worksheet right here, okay? It really helps me if you change the font in your answers in some way, the color, the size, the font, so I can see your answers a little bit better. Then it asks you to create, to describe a work of art you could create in response to this prompt, okay? Next, so I'm going to walk through these steps in a minute. Let me talk to you about some other things. Okay, the next page right here gives you some dates on deadlines for this project. So each Friday, it's a Friday, there's a deadline. So by this Friday, I'd like you to submit your project proposal, your idea. Then by next Friday, I'd like you to post a progress image. Please submit an image when you need feedback, okay? Do as much work as you can on your own, and then when you're kind of stuck and don't know what else to do or you're having problems, then submit a photo so I can give you feedback, okay? We could even conference a video chat, schedule a video chat if you want to just talk about it, or otherwise you'll just submit a picture and I'll type my responses back to you, okay? And then the next week is a final edited image. So you finish your project, take a photograph of it, edit the photo, and an artist statement. We'll talk about the artist statement. And then again, you'll wait for feedback so I can give you feedback on your image or your artist statement. And then the last assignment due, May 15th, is a screenshot of your submission showing you did submit to the show, okay? Now really, so deadlines for this show, we're actually April 20th, and they're doing a rolling deadline, okay? So don't see it, don't look and say, oh, it says submissions are due April 20th. They just barely sent this email out, so that's like a really fast deadline. But artwork they get by April 20th, they're gonna post when the show officially opens on April 22nd, but they're taking submissions up until June 1st, and they'll just post them as they get them, okay? So we have until June 1st. So if you're not able to meet these deadlines, grade-wise, I can assign you an incomplete, and you still have till June 1st to submit to the show and earn credit for everything, okay? And so I have that written there. Okay, you only get one submission, and anyone who's a student in Utah ages grades 8, K through 12 can enter. So tell your friends, tell your family members. If I know a lot of you do a lot of art, and you have siblings who are doing art at home, have them submit too, just to be part of this online exhibition. It'll be really cool. Okay, so let's talk about ideas and your proposal, because you could get really overwhelmed by this and create some really complicated idea. I want to give you some pointers on how to create a successful work of art that's simplified, okay? So let's look at some of the prompts. This one says, consider how social distancing has affected you. All right, do you feel lonely? Are you naturally an introvert? So you're like, done, this is fine. This one says, as you have distanced yourself from your normal everyday activities, what have you discovered about yourself? How has your experience during the pandemic highlighted or contradictions or opposites? And then it gives you a list of opposites you can explore. And then number 4, how have you found happiness or peace during this time of insecurity? So let's address some of these. I'm going to do this one first. How have you found happiness or peace during this time of insecurity? What I found is being outside. I am just so glad that this is during the springtime. I know we have some rainy, cold days, but honestly, on those those nice days where the sun is shining, I just love getting outside, and I'm so happy that, like, normally I'm at work during these hours. I don't get to really appreciate springtime, noon, on a weekday. So that's how I found happiness. And so I could, sure, I could draw a picture of me gardening, but that's a little literal, and it might be hard to say. I'm not very good at drawing people, and I don't want to do the whole scene. How could I simplify that idea and that mood? Well, I could just show some of my gardening tools, okay? Or I could show a picture of my feet in the grass. Or I could show just a photograph. Maybe you took a really nice photograph of you outside on a nice day. So you can simplify it. You don't have to have this big complex idea. So I could just focus in and take a photograph of some of my gardening tools in the dirt, okay? And then you will be able to submit an artist statement. Don't think of it as like some big writing assignment. Just think of it as an opportunity to explain your work and how it relates to the theme. Then you can say, I found happiness by being outside and working in the garden, okay? Then you have a very manageable project there, and you were able to say something about it, okay? This one, consider how your pandemic experience highlights some of the following. I always get
Kennedy,
interrupted.
please come to the main office. Kennedy, to the main office, please.
The building's like basically empty, and they're still making announcements. Okay, one of the opposites that it's talking about is cancellations and opportunities. Obviously, like, a lot has been canceled in our life, but there have been opportunities. Like, this online exhibition is a new opportunity that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Normally, the Springville Art Museum only has a high school art show, and so we wouldn't even have the opportunity to enter. Now we have the opportunity to enter. Also, the photographs, the photography scavenger hunt that I assigned you to, I wouldn't have assigned you to that if we hadn't been in this situation. So sure, school has been canceled, and you haven't learned some things, but you have had the opportunity to learn some photography and go out and take some pictures. So maybe one of your photographs from that assignment can count for this project, and you can say, this pandemic has given me the opportunity to learn some photography, and I found out that I really actually love photography, and now when I go into high school, I want to enroll in a photography class and learn more about it. So do you see how your short artist statement can help bridge the gap between the artwork you want to create and how it relates to the theme? Just 1 or 2 sentences shows how your artwork relates to the theme. So you don't have to get super stressed out about this project and like think you need to create some like masterpiece, okay? You can simplify your ideas, write 1 or 2 sentences about it, how it relates to the theme, and it works, okay? I want to just talk about one more. Maybe prompt number 1, consider how social distancing has affected you. Maybe you are super lonely and depressed, okay? Hopefully artwork can be an outlet for you. So how can you show loneliness and depression in an artwork? Obviously, probably through your colors and your values. If you choose, take a photograph of yourself alone in your room, you can edit it down to black and white and bring the shadows way down and create a really dark image that shows that even though it's bright and sunny outside, you feel very dark right now. This could be a very dark time for people. So hopefully artwork can be a source of something for you to do, an outlet, some way for you to express yourself. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some ideas at how you could create artwork that goes toward the theme, okay? And then, so that's those questions. It asks you to describe it in 100 words. So I want you to be descriptive. What kind of image will you use? What kind of colors and will you use? What mood do you want to create? And then it talks about that. How can you simplify your idea? So I don't want you to get invested in this huge complicated project, okay? I want you to be able to simplify it. And then it just asks you, what medium are you going to use? Again, they want you to use materials you have at home. So if it's pencil on computer paper, even if it's pencil on line paper, they're going to accept everything because everyone has different stuff at home, okay? If you have paints, great, use paints. And again, I don't know if I already said this, I'm opening up the mediums to be photography or digital artwork. So those are also options now. Doesn't have to be painting and drawing. And then last of all, what questions do you have for me? How can I help you be successful on this project? If you want to know how to do a medium, send me an email and I can, give me a few days and I can make a demonstration video and upload the video for you, okay? Please let me know how I can help you be successful. I'm here, even though we're not together, I'm here checking my email. Sometimes it takes me a few days. I've got kids at home, but I am coming to work at least every other day, so I am trying to stay on top of it. So especially if you ask me, if you're really excited about your project and you ask me like a fun, interesting question. I don't like answering grading questions so much, but a question about art, I'll be excited to answer. So, okay, am I forgetting anything? Probably, but I will just keep posting and just send me an email if you have any questions. Okay, good luck.